What is up, Panda Squad? Welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time that I upload a video. If you guys cannot tell by today's type of video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some ground beef tacos along with some Mexican rice. So let's get on to the video. Okay, so right in front of me is everything that you're going to be needing. You're going to need your ground beef, your taco shells, and your seasoning mix. You're also going to be needing lettuce, tomato, and if you would like to make a salsa, you need jalapenos, serranos. You could use tomatillo. Usually for salsa, I end up using tomatoes, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that today or if I'm even going to make one, but we'll see how this comes out. Alright, so first step is we're going to turn the stove on medium, and once you let this heat, you're going to go ahead and put your ground beef in. Okay, so now that we let our pot heat up, we're going to go ahead and add the ground beef. Just like that. Now you could scrape out the rest of the ground beef that's in the little pack that it comes with. And you just kind of want to, let me see if I can show you guys what I'm working with. Obviously, it's a little bit frozen still. Now, what I would recommend if your ground beef is still frozen is to flip it and then scrape off all the excess. Okay, so this is what we're working with right now. And all you want to do is make sure that it's smashed up into smaller pieces. What I'm going to go ahead and do is add a lid, cover it for a little bit, check on it every once in a while. Okay guys, so now while we wait for the ground beef to cook, we're going to go ahead and cut some lettuce and tomato. Okay, so the amount that you cut will be depending on how many people you're feeding. If you're just feeding yourself, if you're feeding other people, it just depends. Now in this case, I'm not really going to do a lot, but I will show you guys the process. Now, as you can see, I'm just cutting it into strips. And then we're going to cut sideways, or the opposite direction, whatever you want to call it, but make it into small pieces. Okay, so now that we have our lettuce cut up, we're going to go ahead and place it into a container. And you want to make sure that all your pieces are cut very good, and make sure that there's no big pieces, although it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Now we're going to cut the tomato. And the tomato you usually want to cut off both sides. So we're going to go ahead and cut this side. And this is going to be cut into small pieces as well. Okay, so now that our tomato is cut up, you want to go ahead and throw it in there with the lettuce. Now, I wouldn't say to throw it straight up on top, just put it to the side. This way it's easy for people to grab. Okay, so this is what the ground beef is looking like. We can go ahead and turn off the stove. Okay, so now we're going to grab our taco packet seasoning. And as you can see, there's directions on the back for you to follow. We're going to go ahead and take out all the grease from the ground beef, and then we're going to go ahead and do 2/3 cup of water with the packet seasoning, and then we're going to stir it into the ground beef. Okay, so next step is to basically add your water, and then add your taco seasoning packet. And we're going to go ahead and mix it until it starts to like boil. Now let me show you guys what I'm working with really quick, just so you guys can see more or less what I'm doing. We're going to give this a minute to heat up, and then I'll come back. Okay, so this is what we're working with, chat. We're going to go ahead and mix it a little bit, and then okay, so this is what we're working with, chat. As you can see, it's starting to boil a little bit. We're going to go ahead and mix it in, just like so. I don't really think you have to add any salt or pepper to this, as the taco seasoning mix pack already has flavor, but honestly, I would recommend to try your food. And not gonna lie, chat, this video is for my haters that don't know how to cook. Okay guys, so for the next step, we're gonna go ahead and use the air fryer so that we can make our salsa. Get a piece of oil, put it in here. As you can see, I have a tomatillo. We're gonna add that to it. We're gonna go ahead and throw in 4 jalapenos. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our serranos. We're going to do 3 serranos. Now I'm not going to show the next part, but you do want to go ahead and set it for 400 degrees for about like 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you guys what it should look like. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make our rice. We're going to go ahead and turn on the stove. Next step, you're going to go ahead and add your oil, and you do want to let that pan heat up, obviously. Okay, so next step, you want to go ahead and grab a measuring cup. To be honest, you might not have to measure it. I like to do so just because, you know, for every 1 cup of rice, you want to go ahead and do 2 cups of water. So we're going to be doing 2 cups of rice and 4 cups of water. Add your rice and don't add your water yet. Okay, so now what you want to go ahead and do is mix around your rice until it's golden brown, and I will show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the rice is looking like. As you can see, it's kind of golden brown. I would leave it on the stove for a little bit longer. Once it is golden brown, you want to go ahead and add your garlic to it. You could add minced garlic, but to be honest, we're not going to be doing that. Okay, next step, we're going to add our tomato sauce. Sorry if you guys could barely hear me, by the way, but we're going to go ahead and add some water. And low-key, I forgot to measure it. 2nd cup of water. 3rd cup of water. And 4th cup of water. Okay, so this is what our rice is looking like. You want to go ahead and grab some salt and add to your tasting. Definitely taste the juice once you add your chicken bouillon. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our chicken bouillon. You don't want to add a lot, and you want to go ahead and mix it. And like I said, taste and see if it needs anything. Okay, now the same thing that we did for the ground beef, we're going to go ahead and do for the Mexican rice. You're going to leave it there for 15 minutes covered. Okay, so this is what everything's looking like for the salsa. Okay, so before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and add some water to our blender. You don't want to put a lot, to be honest. You do want to go ahead and put some garlic. You're going to add your chicken bouillon. Not a lot. And then you're also going to add salt. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab our jalapenos and the serranos, and we're going to cut the ends off, or the tips. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be eating out. And you're going to go ahead and add it to your blender as you cut. Really hot, so you gotta be careful, by the way. La serrano. And this is what the tomatillo is looking like. We're just gonna go ahead and throw it in there. And we're gonna go ahead and blend this up. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and blend this up, and I'm gonna show you guys. It is kind of loud. Okay, so this is what the salsa is looking like. You do want to go ahead and pour it into a container. Okay guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and build my plate. I will be serving my mom a little later when she is ready. So we have our 2 taco shells, and now we're gonna go ahead and add some ground beef to it. You can put however much you would like to put in your taco, and it should look something like that. Okay, so next step, we're gonna go ahead and add some cheese. Add as much cheese as you like. Then you're gonna add your tomatoes. Just add a couple. And then you're gonna go ahead and add your lettuce. Add as much as you would like. And since we made a salsa, we're gonna go ahead and add that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add our salsa. And if we're being completely honest, I didn't really taste it yet. So, but I know it's gonna definitely be good. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our sour cream. If I can get it open, that'd be great. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what that's looking like. We're just gonna put a big old blob of sour cream right there. And on this other one as well. My hands are clean, so don't mind me. That's really got some spice to it. And now we're gonna go serve our rice. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add our rice. Personally, I'm gonna do like 1.5 spoonfuls. And just like that, you have it, chat. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe, and until then, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Peace.